Hello Aries, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw honest truth. This is your July tarot forecast, and your theme is the Fool. So it looks like you'll be having a fresh start, a clear head, childhood innocence, and just, a clean new slate. So I think a lot of us need that this time of the year. So I'm just going to pull some cards and see how the rest of your month is going. But if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It helps me out a lot, and I really appreciate it, all right? All right, what does Aries need to know for July? Ooh. Wow. You have two major arcana cards, three. So this is going to be overall a pretty intense month spiritually, but I mean, it's looking pretty good. So you're coming up as the star. Sometimes that can be an Aquarius influence, but the star represents hope, inspiration. I feel like you might be breaking out of your shell. This might be a rebirth for you. You might be finding that light within you regardless of the darkness around you. And I feel like it's almost like you're being reborn. And that absolutely makes sense with the Fool, this fresh new start, just leaping into life, with reckless abandon. But I feel like you need that. So I feel like you're actually beginning to learn how to relax again. You're beginning to learn how to enjoy life and just be able to be around with people and really enjoy the simple things, dinner parties, going out to the park, or just relaxing with people that you trust. You're coming back to yourself. You have finished a very, very stressful situation. And you're getting back in touch with yourself because your mind is a lot more calm. In the background leading into this, we've got the Three of Swords, so there was a major betrayal. So I feel like the reason you're coming back into yourself, maybe you weren't yourself for quite some time because of someone else and feuding and betrayal and not seeing eye to eye and stubbornness and just really, really negative energy, very mentally stressful. I feel like at this moment you have overall surpassed that and you're coming back to yourself. Yes, it might be difficult more in the future, but you're truly coming into yourself, and that's absolutely amazing. The outcome, we've got the Hermit, so I do feel that you will be kind of doing a little bit of this spiritual retreat in a sense. You'll still be diving deep into who you are. It's like you've discovered the light within you and you're now going to study it without outside influences, because you have been influenced by this past situation with this past person, and now that influence is overall over, it's kind of like, you're reborn, and then now you're going to discover this new person who you are. The Hermit can sometimes be a Virgo influence as well, and definitely a lot of deep diving, because the outcome is clarified by the Moon, and the Moon, I feel like, it's overall positively clarified. It's next to the Star. It's also next to the Hermit, but I think it can be a little bit tough, really exploring the dark side of you, your shadow. You might want to learn more about the shadow and just dive deep into that, learn more about love and your emotions and a lot of the hidden things, especially about your emotions. You might also want to check out your astrological charts for this month, and also check out your moon sign. And if you're not sure what your moon sign is, definitely go to cafeastrology.com. That's how I learn about astrology. It is amazing. I feel like it's really, if you're only going to have one resource, this is it. It is amazing. Okay. And I also feel like you're going to step forward in a lot more confidence. Yes, there's new territory when it comes to exploring yourself, but you will also be confident and self-assured, and you're moving in a positive direction. So it's really just good. This is really good. Let's pull some clarifying cards. Definitely make sure you stick around for advice cards, and you pick your own destiny cards at the end, okay? All right. You've really, really connected with yourself emotionally. You've come back into yourself. You've gotten back in touch with your emotions. I think that one of the reasons why you're able to have this change is because this person or this situation where you were betrayed in the past, I think you realized that fighting was futile, and it's almost like you've given up. It's almost like you know, I'm just going to put my sword down and I'm going to walk away. I'm no longer going to engage. It just got to be too much because you know what? It probably would have been never ending, you know, with the other person. So you had to end it. And I think you probably realized that to a degree with wisdom because you received wise information. This other person, they might have a bit of a drinking problem or drug or alcohol abuse, but regardless, they have very, like they're emotionally very imbalanced and disturbed. And yeah, I mean, I think that it was never going to be the full-on thing with them, whether this was friendship or love or family. It was never really, it only got maybe halfway to what you wanted to be. So there's definitely a lot of disappointment, but you're walking away from that. You're coming back into yourself. You're realizing the value that you have. You're realizing, you know, that you can create what you want, that, you know, with hard work, you can create the life that you want. You can really get to know yourself. And, you know, a big reason why you have been able to do this is because you've stuck with the high ground. I find many Aries really stay true to themselves. It's almost like they can't do otherwise, and you have overall stayed true to yourself. You've done your best to take the high road, and I think that you are going to be thinking a lot about everything that's happened. There's a lot for you to reflect on, and I definitely see you taking some time. Let's get some advice cards, and then we'll do destiny cards, all right? All right, so first advice card, we've got the Knight of Swords. So whatever intellectually stimulates you, whether it is your work or a hobby or something that you find interesting, I would definitely move forward with that. Intellectual conversations, honestly, it could be anything from reading, writing, listening to a podcast. It could be just having conversations with people. It could be having a goal that just you really enjoy mentally, and just to focus on that. I think it's really good to have real focus and clarity in the direction of your life, but also have one particular thing that piques your curiosity and just go for it. Second advice card, we've got the Five of Cups. So yes, this situation in the past was very disappointing, but was it the only emotional upset that you've had? Have you been in situations like this before? You absolutely 100% need to reflect on the emotional ups and downs in life, because this goes all the way back to your childhood. And if you want to break that pattern, which I'm sure that you do, you really need to reflect. There's no other way we're going to learn. But I do see you doing that with the Hermit card and the Moon, just diving deep, okay? So that's fantastic. Third advice card, we've got the Two of Swords. So you may feel like mentally or on the surface that maybe you're not moving forward as fast as you want, but it's okay. There are going to also be some aspects of your life, maybe in regards with this person, that are just you're going to get nowhere. And I think it might just be trying to either accept things the way that they are, or two, if there is a change that you can make, if you can break free from that stagnation, absolutely do it. Final advice card, the Four of Wands. So to me, this represents a home, it represents family. So whoever, and you know, to me, family can also be, you know, your friends that you're really tight with, especially ones you've known from your childhood, can be like family. So make sure that you stay connected with the people. When I say family, whatever you think of, stay connected with that. If that means moving back home for a little bit, if that means really reconnecting with your core family that you already live with, if that means picking up the phone, making more phone calls to your family, whoever makes you feel strong, whoever makes you feel stable and sturdy, gives you your foundation, gives you your spine where you can stand up straight. You need to make sure that you stay connected with those people in your life, because yeah, I mean, we all need that, don't we? Especially more so at certain times than others, all right? Okay, so please do comment below. Tell me about what's going on. But right now you need to also get ready to pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Pick the first number that comes to you. Always go with your first instinct, because then you're going with your instinct, not your ego. When you second guess yourself, that's ego. All right, 1, 2, or 3. If you picked 1, whoa. All right, so we've got the Devil, we've got the Ace of Swords, we've got the Knight of Wands. You are going to get clarity about a certain person or situation who is evil, as in toxic, extreme negative spiraling energy. This can sometimes represent maybe like a blood infection, so you also might want to if that is just some sort of infection in your body, so you might also want to, you might receive a positive answer about that with the Ace of Swords. But this is mental clarity about a particular situation. So I really do feel like you're mentally going to have a new perspective. You're going to wake up. Something is going to be very clear. And it might be a message about someone that is really negative, okay? But I feel like that's the other person. And your advice is the Knight of Wands, and you are a fire sign, so just do your thing, go forward with what feels right for you. And I wouldn't really worry so much about what other people think. I wouldn't ask, oh, is this okay, is that okay, da da da, you know what I mean? Just, this is so Aries energy, okay? Just go forth with whatever feels spiritually right for you, okay? If you pick 2, we've got the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, Strength, and the Princess of Cups. So I feel like business-wise, work-wise, or at least when it comes to owning property, stocks, things like that, you're doing quite well for yourself. I feel that, yes, you've had your battles, but you've gained a lot of strength in that area. And the things that we find challenging are the things that make us stronger, which is one of the reasons why you're so good with money and business and your work. Your advice is the Princess of Cups, so I would just be a little bit more open emotionally to things like, for example, if something that happens or is said or that you hear about that you find emotionally upsetting, I would just be kind of curious about that and explore it. Why is it that it made you feel that way? And kind of be open to synchronicities, messages from the universe, really listening to your dreams. You might want to meditate more to make you more receiving this information. We're always getting loads of information from the universe, from spirit. It's just whether we're open and receptive to receiving that information, but it can be so helpful when you do it, okay? If you picked 3, nice, okay. If you picked 3, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, the 2 of Discs, Change, and the 9 of Cups. So I feel like, this could be you, it could be someone else. I feel like, again, really good business person, but has a really good balance between, the home and work life overall. You're able to find that. That's especially if you're working from home, and also tends to be a very good manifester. You can create the life that you want, and what you've created is an opportunity. There's a bit of a split in the road with the way that you want to live your life, and it's all about your priorities and what you want. So there's this split in the road of the direction of your life. So you need to think about what's important to you and go in that direction. Your advice card is the 9 of Cups. So this is the wish card of the deck. So I would ask your heart what direction you want to go. You've created this opportunity. Ask your heart, should I do this or this? And I'd listen to your heart for this one, okay? If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That's all below. You can also follow me on social media. Definitely make sure that you're subscribed because I do monthly and mid-monthly readings. And what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card. Okay, secret bonus card. Princess of Wands, act on your inspiration. Have fun. Life is a game. Play it well. You can do it. Have a great month. Bye.